Hi folks, Fuzz here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII, and it's all kicking off in the Shinra Building at the moment. We've just gone ahead with multiple boss fights in the last episode, and things aren't going to quieten down yet, I'll tell you that. So once you're ready, you're going to go ahead here and speak to Tifa. This will allow us to advance things forward. So then we're automatically going to switch over to Ares and the team. Interesting stuff. And then we're all going to meet up together in a moment's time. But one thing I'm going to recommend first is that you make sure that Barrett has got some materia. I don't think we have to do this right now, but just in case, I'm going to make sure that he does have a little bit here. So in particular, I'm just going to give him the Bolt materia lightning. And then we should eventually get another cutscene. This point, and Barrett's going to do what Barrett does best, of course. Good old Barrett. Yeah, because this is a proper time for formalities. Yeah, I'm with Red 13 on that one. Right, awesome cutscene time here. Yes, we get the exciting motorcycle chase at this point. And we get some instructions on how to attack here, which you can practice. Quite simple controls. And before we go ahead and start the game, we are just going to go ahead and make sure our party's ready for the boss battle that we're going to be immediately thrust into after the minigame that we're about to partake in. So it doesn't really matter who you have in your party, but one thing to note is that everybody's going to be in reverse order, since it's going to be a back attack from the boss. So normally, as you can see, Barrett will be in the back row, possibly with Ares, depending on how you've got her set, with the other characters generally being in the front row. Oh dear, did not mean to press that. What I'm going to recommend is you reverse everybody. So Cloud and Tifa, in my case, will be in the back row there, and Barrett will be in the front row, so that will counteract the back attack that will occur. You'll also notice as a bit of a bonus that everybody's been healed and restored to full health and MP. And what we're going to do now is just very briefly sort out the materia situation. So let's just go ahead and remove that from Barrett for now, and make sure everything's nicely set up here. So what I'm going to recommend is making good use of the lightning materia. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Tifa, because she's probably got the weakest attack out of all three party members here. You don't really need to use all materia, because it's only going to be a single target fight. But, you know, you can do if you want to as well. It should be pointed out as well that other elements like fire are not really going to be able to do a whole lot of damage against the upcoming boss. So I wouldn't worry so much about equipping those. You can do, but there's not really going to be any need to. So for Barrett, since he's probably the second weakest, we'll go ahead and throw the all cure combination onto him. And don't really think we need much else there. I guess we can throw steel on just for fun. And in terms of Cloud, he's not going to need a whole lot of materia either. I'll give him cover, but again, probably not going to come into a whole lot of use, so let's just chuck some stuff on here to level maybe. Elemental, all, yeah, none of these are linked, but they will just obviously get a little bit of AP from the battle, which is always going to be a bit of a bonus, of course. And the only other thing you might want to do is, well, nothing really. I'd say that's about it. What did I equip then? Fire? Whatever. In fact, we could go ahead and stick some other of those materials onto Tifa, and the reason for that is it'll boost her magic stat. Yeah, it'll lower her health, but her magic stat will be boosted by +3 there, and that'll just allow her to do, I guess, a little bit more damage with her lightning bolts on the boss as well. So when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start the game. How you score here doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure this feels a lot faster than it has done previously for me. Not that I'm complaining. So you can move forward as well a little bit. Oh, actually, your score doesn't matter. In fact, you can't even see your score. But one thing to note is that the health of your party members, the damage they take on this minigame, is going to be transferred over to the boss fight as a percentage. So, say Barrett here loses 15% of his health during this minigame. He's going to start the next boss fight with 15% less health than he otherwise would have. So yeah, try and protect them as much as possible, really. But if you like this minigame, if you're a bit weird, then you can actually do it later on as well, where there are no consequences in terms of upcoming fights and stuff that you need to worry about. Oh, come on, try and get his position here. That's more like it. As you can see, they do take quite a bit of damage. Good job that Tifa and Aerie seem to be taking the less out of everybody there. But still, should just about need to be finished here. Lasts a couple of minutes. Oh, come on, come on, come on. That's better. I don't honestly know if there's a difference in the damage output by the various colours, or if that's just to look pretty. Because obviously you've got the red bikes, the blue bikes, and I think the orangey, brownish bikes as well, haven't you? It's not over when the camera angle switches like that, that's just to annoy you, I think. It looks like the first thing we're going to be doing in the boss battle is healing up our team. But I think that's it now because the enemies have backed away. Yep, here he comes, the boss. This is Motorball. And that's the end of the road, folks. We aren't going anywhere now. As you can see, took a fair bit of damage there. And he opens with an attack as well, with his back attack. Not for a whole lot of damage, fortunately. So a good cure-all. Probably be a good start to this fight. Cloud's going to do normal attacks. Tifa is going to do bolt attacks. And Barrett will open with a cure. And then we'll start unleashing his limit break as well. Limit breaks, of course, are very powerful on most boss fights. So make sure you use them wisely. About 450 points of damage. This boss has 2,600 health, so the most health of any boss we've fought up until this point. But as I mentioned in a previous episode, bosses aren't that particularly challenging in Final Fantasy VII outside of a few examples, which I'll certainly talk about as we get closer to them. A lot of AoE effects from this guy. Cloud's happy with his hard edge that we stole from one of those soldiers earlier on. Gotta be honest, it's a nice weapon that is. So I hope you guys managed to get hold of it. Barrett's just going to be sticking to normal attacks now as well. And we might get to finish off with Tifa's limit break, perhaps. Yeah, as you can see, he likes to switch forms a little bit. Or stances, rather, as you begin to deplete his health. Right, that should be Tifa's limit. Active. Ah, didn't need to use it. Ah, that's fine. Job sorted. So yeah, one cure-all was all we needed, wasn't it? And then it was just damage after that. I'm not even over-leveled or anything. I've usually done quite a little bit more grinding by this point in the game to get to about level 18 or 19. But right now, I've literally done nothing in terms of grinding. This is just exactly where the game's brought us by default. But there will be some grinding areas coming up, which I'll talk about a little later. A star pendant is our reward for that fight. And this is it then, guys. We're finally going to be leaving Midgar. And I do love this scene. It's literally setting the scene for what's to come with the rest of the game, isn't it? Right, there's a couple of things. Well, one thing we can do actually here, if you're after the best bromance trophy. First of all, you need to go ahead and choose to leave the area. And then we're going to go, let's go. Okay, and at this point, we're going to split up with the party. But we're going to choose who gets to go with Cloud, since Cloud is the leader now. And if you're going for the best bromance trophy, then you're going to need to take Barrett and Red 13. That's the best way to maximise the amount of points that Barrett will get. Don't worry so much about the fact that you're leaving the ladies behind. There'll be plenty of opportunity throughout the course of the adventure in order to sort the party out how you see fit. But for now, Barrett and Red 13 will be the choice, as I say, if you are going for that particular trophy. I love the way as well, if you select both of the boys, that Tifa and Ares recognise that you're having a bit of a man party here. Okay. Alright guys, well, say goodbye to Midgar, because we are done. And this is the world map. So the world map is of course a staple of many an old school JRPG. And the good news is you'll be able to save anywhere on the world map, so you won't need to wait until the save points and whatnot. You can see the options available. But before we do anything else, make sure you sort out your party members' order after the last fight. So Cloud and Barrett were switched around, of course, so I'll just go ahead and switch them back. And what we're going to do now is just start making our way over to the next town. You can actually bring the map up larger as well if you want to. So as you can see, it's not exactly the brightest thing in the world there, but as you can see, the little red flashing dot is where we are. That's Midgar that's next to us. We're going to the town that's just to the right over, as Barrett just instructed us. That's called Calm. So you can use your light to just see the orientation that you're facing there. And there's a couple of interesting enemies here. I think we can steal something off that particular one in front of us, not the wolves, but this one here. So let's just have a look. Just going off memory there. Got this feeling. Oh, a high potion. Well, I was right, we could steal something. Just nothing all that exciting. Yeah, as we come to things to steal, guys, I'll make sure to point those out to you. I will check them out beforehand, so that you guys don't miss out on the good stuff. You don't want to miss out on the good stuff. I guess we can also sort Red 13 out with some materia. Probably feeling a little left out at the moment, maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. Okay, so we can see the little town up ahead here. And I think we'll call things quits here today. Alright then, folks, I won't go inside here just yet. We'll leave that for the next episode. Since Calm is quite a substantial part of the, well, part of the story. So, those of you that have played Final Fantasy VII and are veterans of the experience will know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we'll be leaving Calm for its own episode. Thanks for stopping by today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to leave a like. Come back soon for more FF7. Cheers all. Have a great day. Goodbye.